Well, hello, my YouTube family. Is everybody awake? Did everybody wake up on time today? When are we going to get rid of this daylight savings time BS? Because what is the point now? What is the point now? Does it change anything? It just makes people more cranky, at least in the morning. In the afternoon, you're still coming home, the sun is out, and you feel a little bit better. But you really shouldn't be going to work cranky. It just starts off your day not great. Waking up in the dark, going to sleep in the dark. Yeah, I'm still waking up in the dark, people, because I still have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Hello? And I realized that on Mondays, remember I said that I had to change my time to 5 o'clock? No, I don't. I still can wake up at 5 o'clock, at 5:30. I just take my shower a little earlier. Instead of staying online for a whole hour, you only stay online until 6 o'clock. So 5:30, I feed Tom. I zoom in on the computer. I have about a good 20, 25 minutes or so to do what I need to do. And then at 6 o'clock, take a shower. But like from Tuesday to Friday, I can still wake up at 5:30 and I can stay an hour online before I go take a shower. See, it's a whole adjustment thing. But thank goodness I realized this yesterday, because if I had realized it like today, after I had woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I would have been too pissed off at my own damn self. So I realized yesterday, literally right before I was going to sleep, I was like, well, wait a minute. If I wake up at 5:30, my regular time, I can still go take a shower at 6 o'clock. Yes, Nancy. Instead of staying online for a whole hour, you could stay online for half an hour. For the most part, you're online and on your phone at work anyway. Okay, people. So the whole time change thing, as you can see in the back of me, it's not dark anymore, it's light. So yeah, yay, longer days. Just as long as it doesn't make the work day longer, that's all I care about. And like I said, I still cannot bitch and moan because she's not back yet. So for the most part, I'm still doing what I relatively do. Talk to the people, answer the phones, talk to the people, rude or otherwise. Okay, people. I am not fond of this lip look. And I'm sorry, Michelle, it's the one of the lipsticks that you gave me. I had it before, and now I realize again why I got rid of it. It's too silvery. As a matter of fact, I think this one is even more silvery-ish than the one that I had. It's called Caramel Glace, and there's not that much caramel as far as the color is concerned. It's a super lustrous, Revlon super lustrous, and this is a pearl shade. And I'm not crazy about it at all. The lip liner I used is a NYC lip liner. Doesn't have a name, but it has a number 955A. So it's kind of like a plum brownie kind of a shade. And since I didn't pick out my makeup last night, I picked it out this morning. I just took whatever lip liner was closest. It's a brown plum, so it had brown in it. To try to get the brown out of this shade of lipstick, just didn't work. See, it's very silvery-esque. This is Caramel Glace. And this is Caramel Glace, if you can see it there. It's not a My Lips But Better. It really isn't. Even though it may look like it is here, it really isn't. It's got a silver iridescent, I can't even say undertone because it's really rather prominent. And way in the back. Way in the back. They can't all be gems, people. For the most part, they are gems, but not all of them can be gems. Okay, every now and then you're going to get a little hiccup. It's not great to start Monday on a hiccup, but that's okay. I'm home now. This was Lips of the Day. The day is over. And so we press on. That is really basically it in a nutshell. I really have nothing else to discuss. Is anybody watching Real Housewives of Atlanta? The foolishness and the fuckery. That's all I have to say. Between Kenya and Nene, and Kenya's lack of a marriage, and her husband who sucks ass. I cannot stand that man. He's just rude. He's rude to her. And even though I can't stand Kenya, I don't think she deserves the rudeness that her husband is giving her. And last night's episode, it wasn't even last night's episode, it was the episode last week that really showed his true colors, and they are not pretty colors. Let me tell you. I don't know if for drama's sake, that's the only side of him that they're showing, but he's just rude. He is a rude man. And from his accent, he's an island guy. I don't know from where, but there is no love between him and her, him and Kenya. He shows her zero respect. He shows her zero affection. I think he only procreated with her just to have a child. And to hell with her now that she's got the baby. Brooklyn, that's her name, the little baby's name. Such a cute little baby. But if that's all he really wanted, he could have adopted, single parents adopt. Why didn't you you have enough money, if that's really what you wanted and you didn't want the whole marriage thing, why didn't you just go to an adoption agency and adopt a baby yourself and be done with it instead of putting this woman through misery? And apparently after 2 weeks ago's episode, it was that night that he filed for divorce and then she had to file for divorce. So last night's episode was Candy and Cynthia going to see Kenya and her explaining this whole situation of him when they went home after he had an event, which was ridiculous. After the event, they took an Uber and they started screaming and shouting to the point where the Uber driver pulled over and told him, Kenya's husband, to get out. And he drove her home, and I don't know how. It's madness. It's just complete madness. It's madness. But see, this is what happens when you want to get married so badly. And the first guy that says, I love you, you just, okay. You don't know nothing about this man. She only knew him like 3 months. And then he proposed. You don't know nobody for no 3 months. See, this is what happens. And then you lay down with the man, you give birth to a beautiful baby who doesn't deserve to be in an already broken relationship of parents. That baby didn't ask for this. Now the home is already broken. I mean, Portia and Kenya's story are kind of like in reverse. Portia had the baby before she got married. Kenya had the baby after she got married. And well, even though Portia and Dennis are working their ish out, Kenya and I don't even know what his name is. What is his name? Him. It doesn't look, I think they've already divorced, if I'm not mistaken, or they're in the process of divorcing. I don't All I know is he is a rude MFer, and I cannot stand his ass. So maybe she's better off. And this is, for me, a person that don't like the woman to begin with. I would be, you know, if I were really cruel, I would say, oh, she's getting everything she deserves with all the karma that she's been spouting out. That's what Nene's doing, because that's what Nene's doing on Watch What Happens Live, What's Happening Live, whatever, with Andy Cohen's show. And she is going all over on interviews, on television shows, just like literally laughing at Kenya's disastrous marriage. And why are you doing that, Nene? Like, why are you doing it? Just because she wasn't ready to accept your peace offering of putting their past behind, because Kenya cannot stand Nene. She has an utter hatred for Nene for whatever reason. They've always been clashing. And now Nene wants to put this whole nonsense behind them, but Kenya is not ready. And just because Kenya is not ready, Nene is taking that as an affront to her. But see, Nene is wrong also, because just because you're ready to put everything behind you, that don't mean she's not going by your time clock. She's not ready. And the more you try, the more she's not going to be ready. So why don't you just, instead of making things worse, how about just leave her name out your mouth and go on about yourself? So that's my take on the whole Real Housewives of Atlanta situation. Now I have to go check out the new video that DJ Richie Skies just put out and see what he has to say about last night's episode. I'm sure he has a lot to say. So let me cut this short, and that's it. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I am using this week. My Dewy LA Girl Pro Coverage. I love this. Love it so much. I really do. Leaves me with a simple, nice glow. That's going to be for the whole, that's the foundation for the whole week. And then the next week's foundation is going to be the Amazon Unfoundation Tint for the next week. And then the following week, I think the last week of March, I'm going back to my powder foundations. So that is just that upon that. All right, and then we put the liquid foundations away, and then we whip out the powder foundations, and so the rotation begins. All right, so that's it. That's all. This is Lips of the Day. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Whoever is watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, please let me know what your take on everything is. Okay? And of course, now they're in Greece. And yeah, fill me in on what your thoughts are. Okay? I love you. Mwah. Bye now.